Y'all, let me tell you something. Diddy's world seems to be crashing down faster than a spilled cup of iced coffee on a Monday morning. Everywhere you look, new accusations and wild rumors keep flying about hidden tapes, hush money, and a whole lot of big names scrambling to distance themselves. From the chatter on the streets, you'd swear half of Hollywood is trying to jump ship before the real trouble starts. Allegedly, we've got everyone from Will Smith to Ashton Kutcher in this swirling storm of confusion. And honey, the tea is spilling everywhere. Nobody wants to be caught without an umbrella. Word on the grapevine is that Diddy isn't just cooling his heels peacefully behind bars. He's allegedly stirring the pot from the inside. Rumor has it he's been dialing up witnesses using sneaky three-way calls, trying to wave money in front of them, or so folks claim, so they'll stay quiet. Imagine that. A music mogul so frantic he's calling folks from jail cells. Now that's a twist bigger than your favorite daytime soap opera. Even his attorney, Mark Agnifilo, seems to be wearing that wide-eyed look you get when your coffee addiction's acting up. With every new rumor about leaked phone calls or mysterious intimidation attempts, people are wondering just how far Diddy's camp is willing to go. Adding to the chaos, the district attorney who originally brought these charges against Diddy suddenly decided to resign. Sounds suspicious, doesn't it? One of the biggest cases of his career, and he's stepping down? Baby, that's the kind of move that makes everyone side-eye the entire system. But that's still just the tip of the iceberg. Because while Diddy's legal team is out here hollering about fabricated lies, other folks are swearing up and down they've got evidence that'll blow this case wide open. And from the look of things, those freak-off parties might just be the chain linking a whole bunch of famous folks together. But that wasn't even the juiciest part. Honey, let's talk about Will Smith. Now I know what you're thinking. How in the world did Fresh Prince get himself tangled up in this messy business? Allegedly, Will and Diddy go back a long way. Some say they attended those exclusive freak-off gatherings that have become the talk of every gossip blog from here to Timbuktu. People have whispered for years that Will, Jada, and Diddy shared more than a few secrets behind closed doors. But don't think Will is taking this lying down. At a recent event, he got real testy with the audience, saying he has nothing to do with Diddy, period. According to him, all the freak-off rumors are a bunch of nonsense.
I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have shit to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all that means.
And if folks are out here pointing fingers, they better find another scapegoat. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but you know how the streets talk. Where there's smoke, there just might be a 5-alarm fire raging somewhere in the basement. Now, Will's denial might be genuine, or it might be a strategic move to keep any potential fallout away from him and Jada. Because if you've been anywhere near a TV in the past couple of years, you know Will and Jada have had their own ongoing drama. Why add another layer to that complicated cake? However, Jada's reaction was even spicier. Jada Pinkett Smith is never one to back down from a fight. At least that's what the rumor mill suggests. Word is that she's fed up with all these allegations tying her and Will to Diddy's hush-hush world. Sis is said to be so mad, she's threatening to sue anybody and everybody who claims the Smiths were wrapped up in shady business with Diddy. And you know lawyers love a high-profile case that can make headlines. But let's not forget, Will and Jada have always lived by their own set of rules. The folks still talk about their open marriage and that entanglement fiasco. Now, add Diddy to the mix, and people are out here gossiping like it's Sunday service coffee hour. Some say Jada's biggest complaint isn't necessarily about the rumor itself, but about the possibility that her family name keeps getting dragged through the mud. She's protective of her brand, honey, and if these allegations keep popping up, she might throw a punch or two. Metaphorically speaking, Jada's fury could ignite a flame that burns more than a few folks if she unleashes her legal hounds. But there's someone else stepping into the hot seat. Ashton Kutcher. And trust me, you'll want to hear this. Ashton Kutcher, the sweet Midwestern boy with the philanthropic heart, is now under the microscope. Talk about a plot twist. Allegedly, he and Diddy were pretty close at one point, partying together, hobnobbing around Hollywood, and potentially crossing lines that could make a Sunday school teacher faint. Why is Ashton's name coming up now? Because apparently the FBI is taking a long, hard look at whoever might appear in Diddy's rumored stash of secret tapes. Ashton has built an entire reputation on his work against human exploitation, especially involving minors. So if he's anywhere near this Diddy fiasco, it's going to clash with that clean-cut, do-gooder image he's been polishing for years. Some people claim Ashton is downright terrified. There's speculation he's ready to testify if it means protecting himself. Remember, the rumor is that Diddy had cameras everywhere, capturing all kinds of questionable activity. If those tapes exist, you can bet Ashton's name isn't the only one written down on that FBI whiteboard. And let's not forget another major icon who might have been caught in the crossfire. Jennifer Lopez has a list of hits that could span the Great Wall of China, but the biggest hit she might take is from these allegations tying her to Diddy's old secrets. New legal filings suggest she may have known more than she ever let on about certain freak-off parties and tapes. And if that's true, J.Lo could find her squeaky clean image at risk. Allegedly, J.Lo's name popped up in a lawsuit claiming she was aware of, and possibly privy to, footage from a disturbing incident in the late 90s. Now, whether or not she actually witnessed anything is still a huge question mark, but the mere mention of her name in these legal papers has folks gasping for air. After all, J.Lo and Diddy dated back in the day. If she saw something shady and stayed silent, that's the kind of baggage that could follow her for the rest of her career. On top of that, there's also talk about other hush-hush controversies, times when J.Lo was allegedly questioned by law enforcement but never said much. Nobody wants to see her in hot water, but baby, if these allegations keep piling up, the pressure might be too much to ignore. And if you think that's wild, wait till you hear how deep these investigations supposedly go. Now, let's step into the big leagues. The rumor that the FBI is on this like sugar on cornbread. People are buzzing that Diddy may have been an informant, feeding intel about other big names for years, all to keep his own brand afloat. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But the talk won't stop. What folks do seem to agree on is that if the FBI has gotten its hands on any of these mysterious freak-off tapes, a lot of people are quaking in their boots. The rumor is that Diddy installed cameras just about everywhere he went. Bedrooms, pool houses, secret party rooms. If that's the case, you can imagine the kind of blackmail potential that might be hidden in those files. Some say these tapes involve underage individuals, which takes the scandal to a whole different level of serious. From what people are whispering, there could be stacks of evidence that might drag half of Hollywood into court. Executives, celebrities, politicians. Nobody's safe if the rumors hold water. And once the FBI starts digging, all the hush money and NDAs in the world won't stop those revelations from seeing the light of day. But the biggest question is, what does this mean for the future of everyone entangled in these claims? If even half of this talk about secret tapes, hush money, and underage involvement is true, Hollywood could be on the brink of its biggest meltdown in decades. Normally, celebrities rely on PR teams and legal muscle to keep controversies locked behind closed doors. But this time, it's looking more like a domino effect. If one person topples, they might pull everyone else down with them. The biggest shock for many fans is seeing how interconnected these A-listers allegedly are. Will, Jada, Ashton, J.Lo, it's like a who's who of household names all swirling around in the same scandalous tornado. And at the eye of that tornado stands Diddy, with his entire legacy on the line. Many wonder if we're witnessing the start of a massive shift in power, reputation, and alliances within showbiz. After all, once the dirt is out there, there's no real going back. Who knows how many more hush-hush stories will burst onto the scene if folks decide to save themselves before saving Diddy? We might see celebrities flipping faster than a gymnast to secure immunity deals. Or, if they're innocent, they'll be lawyering up to prove they had nothing to do with any of this madness. Either way, the entire industry is holding its breath. So, where does all this leave us? Diddy, once the kingpin of parties and music deals, is sitting in jail facing enough controversies to fuel an entire season of scandal. Will Smith is trying to keep his name clean, Jada's threatening lawsuits, Ashton Kutcher's rumored to be sweating bullets, and Jennifer Lopez might have deeper knowledge than she's ever revealed. Meanwhile, the FBI is allegedly combing through any tape, text, or rumor that crosses their desks. If half of what's floating around turns out to be true, Hollywood better strap in for one messy ride. At the end of the day, these are still allegations, and we don't know what'll be proven in a court of law. But you can bet we'll be front row center, watching every twist and turn. Could this be the scandal that finally cracks open the entertainment industry's secret vault? Only time will tell, sugar. Thanks for supporting The Gossip Wire. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more of the hottest celebrity news online.